Hi guys, welcome back to part 3 of today's session. We're on page number 384, ayah number 77 of Surah 27. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And it is truly a guide and mercy for the believers. Your Lord will certainly judge between them by his justice, for he is the Almighty, all-knowing. So put your trust in Allah, for you are surely upon the path of the clear truth. You certainly cannot make the dead hear the truth, nor can you make the deaf hear the call when they turn their backs and walk away. Nor can you lead the blind out of their misguidance. You can make none hear the truth except those who believe in our revelations, fully submitting to Allah. And when the decree of the hour comes to pass against them, we will bring forth for them a beast from the earth, telling them that the people had no sure faith in our revelations. Watch for the day we will gather from every faith community a group of those who denied our revelations, and they will be driven in ranks. When they finally come before their Lord, he will ask them, "Did you deny my revelations without even comprehending them? Or what exactly did you do?" And the decree of torment will be justified against them for their wrongdoing, leaving them speechless. Do they not see that we made the night for them to rest and in the day bright? Surely in this are signs for those who believe. And beware of the day the trumpet will be blown, and all those in the heavens and all those on the earth will be horrified to the point of death, except those Allah wills to spare, and all will come before him fully humbled. Now you see the mountains, thinking they are firmly fixed, but they are traveling just like clouds. This is the design of Allah, who has perfected everything. Surely he is all aware of what you do. Interesting. Page number 385, ayah 89. Whoever comes with a good deed will be rewarded with what is better, and they will be secure from the horror of that day. And whoever comes with an evil deed will be hurried face first into the fire. And are you rewarded except for what you used to do? Say, O Prophet, I have only been commanded to worship the Lord of this city of Mecca, who has made it sacred, and to him belongs everything. And I am commanded to be one of those who fully submit to him, and to recite the Quran. Then whoever chooses to be guided, it is only for their own good. But whoever chooses to stray, O Prophet, I am only a warner. And say, all praise is for Allah. He will show you his signs, and you will recognize him, and your Lord is never unaware of what you do. And now we are beginning Surah 28, which is called Surah al-Qasas. Relate events in their proper sequence. Okay. It's not clear here what it means. I don't know why it doesn't have the translation of the name here. It does in mine, but oh, Revelation plays? Oh, no. Sorry. So Surah al-Qasas, I'm gonna just check here to see what it means. 385. It says here that it means it's called the narration. The narration. That makes sense, right? Alright, alhamdulillah. Okay, so like I said, okay, so we're still on page number 85, and we're starting Surah 28, inshallah. Surah al-Qasas, the narration. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ta, sin, mim. These are the verses of the clear book. We narrate to you, O Prophet, part of the story of Moses and Pharaoh in truth for people who believe. Indeed, Pharaoh arrogantly elevated himself in the land and divided his people into subservient groups, one of which he persecuted, slaughtering their sons and keeping their women. He was truly one of the corruptors. But it was our will to favor those who were oppressed in the land, making them models of faith as well as successors, and to establish them in the land. Sorry, next page. And through them show Pharaoh, Haman, and their soldiers the fulfillment of what they feared. We inspired the mother of Moses, nurse him, But when you fear for him, put him then into the river, and do not fear or grieve. We will certainly return him to you and make him one of the messengers." And so it happened that Pharaoh's people picked him up, only to become their enemy and a source of grief. Surely Pharaoh, Haman, and their soldiers were sinful. Pharaoh's wife said to him, "This baby is a source of joy for me and you. Do not kill him. Perhaps he may be useful to us, or we may adopt him as a son." They were unaware of what was to come. And the heart of Moses' mother ached so much that she almost gave away his identity, had we not reassured her heart in order for her to have faith in Allah's promise. And she said to his sister, "Keep track of him." So she watched him from a distance while they were unaware. And we had caused him to refuse all wet nurses at first. So his sister suggested, "Shall I direct you to a family who will bring him up for you and take good care of him?" This is how we returned him to his mother, so that her heart would be put at ease and not to grieve, and that she would know that Allah's promise is always true. But most people do not know. So she was his wet nurse, basically. She offered herself to Pharaoh's sister, who was taking care of the baby, as a wet nurse, even though she was his mother. But she just kind of pretended she was a wet nurse so that she could see him and feed him every day. For 2 years, I think. So page number 387, ayah 14. "And when he reached full strength and maturity, we gave him wisdom and knowledge. This is how we reward the good doers. One day he entered the city unnoticed by its people. There he found 2 men fighting, one of his own people and the other of his enemies." So one of them was a Hebrew. And first of all, at this point, I don't think he realized he was a Hebrew, because he was raised as an Egyptian, but he didn't realize that he was actually a Hebrew. But one of the men that he saw fighting was a Hebrew, and the other one was an Egyptian. The Hebrews were all slaves in Egypt during this time. So that means that the Hebrew was a slave, and the Egyptian was most likely a slave driver. The man from his people called to him for help against his foe. So Moses punched him and caused his death. The Egyptian. Yeah, so he did beat him. He punched him, it says here anyways. Moses cried, "This is from Satan's handiwork. He is certainly a sworn misleading enemy." He pleaded, "My Lord, I have definitely wronged my soul, so forgive me." And so he forgave him, for he is indeed the all-forgiving and most merciful. Moses pledged, "My Lord, for all your favors upon me, I will never side with the wicked." And so Moses became fearful, watching out in the city, when suddenly the one who sought his help the day before cried out to him again for help. Moses rebuked him, "Indeed, you are clearly a troublemaker." Then when Moses was about to lay his hands on their foe, the enemy said, "Oh Moses, do you intend to kill me as you killed a man yesterday? You only want to be a tyrant in the land. Do you not intend to make peace?" And there came a man rushing from the farthest end of the city. He said, "Oh Moses, the chiefs are actually conspiring against you to put you to death. So leave the city. I really advise you to do so." So Moses left the city in a state of fear and caution, praying, "My Lord, deliver me from the wrongdoing people." I had to sneeze. Page number 388, ayah 22. "And as he made his way towards Midian, he said, 'I trust my Lord will guide me to the right way.' When he arrived at the well of Midian, he found a group of people watering their herds. Apart from them, he noticed 2 women holding back their herd. He asked them, 'What is the matter?' They replied, 'We cannot water our animals until the other shepherds are done, for our father is a very old man.' So he watered their herd for them and withdrew to the shade and prayed, 'My Lord, I am truly in desperate need of whatever provision you have in store for me.' Then one of the 2 women came to him, walking bashfully. She said, 'My father is inviting you so that he may reward you for watering our animals for us.' When Moses came to him and told him his whole story, the old man said, 'Have no fear. You are now safe from the wrongdoing people.' One of the two daughters suggested, "Oh, my dear father, hire him. A strong, trustworthy person is definitely the best for hire." The old man proposed, "I wish to marry one of these two daughters of mine to you, provided that you stay in my service for 8 years. If you complete 10, it will be a favor from you, but I do not wish to make it difficult for you. Allah willing, you will find me an agreeable man." Moses responded, "Then it is settled between you and I. Whichever term I fulfill, there will be no further obligation on me, and Allah is a witness to what we say." Page 389, Ayah 29. When Moses had completed the term and was traveling with his family, he spotted a fire on the side of Mount Tur, which I think in English we call it Mount Sinai, but I guess in Arabic it's called Mount Tur. He said to his family, "Stay here, for I have spotted a fire. Perhaps from there I can bring you some directions or a torch from the fire so you may warm yourselves." But when he came to it, he was called from the bush in the sacred ground to the right side of the valley, "O Moses, it is truly I am Allah, the Lord of all worlds. Now throw down your staff." But when he saw it slithering like a snake, he ran away without looking back. Allah reassured him, "O Moses, draw near and have no fear. You are perfectly secure. Now put your hand through the opening of your collar. It will come out shining white, unblemished. And cross your arms tightly to calm your fears. These are 2 proofs from your Lord to Pharaoh and his chiefs. They have truly been a rebellious people." Moses appealed, "My Lord, I have indeed killed a man from them, so I fear they may kill me. And my brother Aaron is more eloquent than I, so send him with me as a helper to support what I say, for I truly fear they might reject me." Allah responded, "We will assist you with your brother and grant you both authority, so they cannot harm you. With our signs, and you and those who follow you will certainly prevail." Page 390, Ayah 36. But when Moses came to them with our clear signs, they said arrogantly, "This is nothing but conjured magic, tricks. We have never heard of this in the history of our forefathers." Moses responded, "My Lord knows best who has come with true guidance from him and will fare best in the end. Indeed, the wrongdoers will never succeed." Pharaoh declared, "O chiefs, I know of no other God for you but myself. So bake bricks out of clay for me, O Haman, and build a high tower so I may look at the God of Moses, although I am sure he is a liar." He wanted to go as high to the heavens to face Moses' God, even though he didn't believe in him. He wanted to see for himself. He thought himself as a god as well. And so he and his soldiers behaved arrogantly in the land with no right, thinking they would never be returned to us. So we seized him and his soldiers, casting them into the sea. See then what was the end of the wrongdoers. We made them leaders, inviting others to the fire, and on the day of judgment they will not be helped. We caused a curse to follow them in this world, and on the day of judgment they will be among the outcasts. Indeed, we gave Moses the scripture after destroying earlier nations as an insight for the people, a guide, a mercy, so perhaps they would be mindful. You were not there. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. And thank you for joining me. And inshallah, I'll see you back here again tomorrow for day number 22. And I will read juz number 22, inshallah. Okay, have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day, inshallah. Take care.